right, here we go with the first lesson. So, some things to keep in mind here, the way we're going to practice this stuff. And this is pretty much going to be for almost everything. There might be an exception here and there, but this is how we're going to start. So, every day you practice, following the metronome method ebook that I've put out. I can't remember if you said you had it or not. I think you did, but I might be wrong. Either way, if you don't have it, let me know. I will send that to you. So what we're going to do here, start at 60 every day that you practice. No matter how fast you get, always start at 60. Very important, very important. So with this here, got basically 3 different rhythms happening. There's the first rhythm pattern, that's the second rhythm pattern, and there's the third one. So it starts off with not so much strumming, just a little bit more, and then constant strumming. Doing something like this, we start with the less strumming, makes it a little easier to hear where things are lined up, and then a little more difficult, and then more difficult again. So kind of tackling a few things at once. Now, as I mentioned in the last, or one of the last emails, what I was hearing at 180 beats per minute, that's basically when it seemed like you weren't able to truly or properly follow the metronome anymore. So we're going to see how fast you get through this week. So I'm going to demonstrate this at some different speeds. This way you can compare how you're doing it to how I'm doing it and make sure that everything's lining up, sounding correct at the different speeds. So there is no max speed. It's get it where you can and always focus on accuracy. So you're going to work this up without the repeat first. And after about 10 minutes is probably a good time to start wrapping up, going faster. If you max out in less than 10 minutes, that's fine. My kind of rule of thumb is if it takes 1 to 2 minutes of really working to get a good take, after you get that good take, then that's as fast as you're going to get. And then it's time to add in repeats. So let's, and again, this is going to be like done for everything that we do pretty much. So let's start off my demonstrating this without repeats, and then I'll talk about adding in the repeats. So again, 60 beats per minute to start each time, and you want to be able to play this correctly, 100% correct, before you increase the speed. You don't want to play it multiple times. You don't play it 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times before you increase it. As long as it sounded good enough for your album, that's what we're going for. That's the level of perfection that we want. If it sounds good enough to be on a record that you're making, good. Then you bump up by 5. Just one time correct, that's it. So again, I'm just demonstrating some basic 4 speeds here, so this way you have an idea how it should sound, how we want to perform it, and basically I'm just alternate picking for the most part here, or more than the most part. If it's a down beat, I'm strumming down. If it's an upbeat, I'm going to strum up. So this is how it should go. I'm going to count 4 so you can follow along. Good, very good idea to follow along. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and done. At 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No need to let that last chord ring out all 4 beats. Just hit it and be done. 180 beats per minute. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay. So now let's talk about adding in the repeats. So once you max out or you hit about 10 minutes and it's time to start changing gears, so say 10 minutes because usually stuff like this, it's going to take about 10 minutes to reach your max speed anyway. So, and you can push it past 10 minutes a little bit if you have enough time for it. So it's important to manage the time and like fatigue of doing stuff like this. So anyway, you reach your max speed, and let's say for like 200 was the max speed for the day. So what you do at that point is you go from 200 down to 190. So you drop it 10 beats per minute, and then you add in the repeat. So here's how it should sound with the repeat. So basically, you don't play this the first time through. You play all this stuff that's highlighted twice, and then you hit this last one. Okay, 190 with the repeat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you can play that twice through, play it 3 times through. Once you can play it 3 times through, play it 4 times through. So this way we're pushing speed and then also working on endurance after pushing the speed. So this way you get your ear more used to, or like more accustomed to hearing stuff at the faster clicks. So when you first drop the metronome down 10 beats per minute to start adding in your repeats, after 5 attempts, if you cannot get the repeat, decrease the speed another 10 beats per minute and try it again. So for example, let's say, again, 200 was your max. You drop it down to 190. You try and get the repeat in, and you just can't do it after 5 tries. So you decrease the speed another 10. You try it again, and you do get both repeats in there. Great. So at the same speed, you try and do all 3 repetitions. And if you can't get all 3 repetitions after 5 attempts, just decrease the speed again. And then whatever speed you end up getting to have all 3 repetitions, then you do the same speed for 4 repetitions. And then after, again, like if you can't get all 4 repetitions after 5 attempts, just decrease the speed again until you can get all 4 repetitions. And 4 repetitions max, okay? So this way we're not doing any overkill, nice structure to the whole thing. So just to sum all that up, always start at 60 every single day. No matter how fast you get, start at 60. And always go up in 5 BPM increments. No faster than 5. This is super important because we got to train your ear to get used to hearing everything, okay? Now, always increase the speed after you get 1 accurate take. If you make a mistake anywhere, say you get to the 3rd bar and you make a mistake, do not continue on. Start again. We want to make sure we're doing perfect takes, okay? Only perfect practice makes perfect. Practice does not make perfect. You can practice incorrectly for 10,000 hours and all you did was get good at playing incorrectly. So when a mistake happens, and it will, you want to correct it right away. So again, if you reach the 3rd bar, a mistake happens, that's okay. Just stop right where you are. Try it again at that same speed, okay? So hopefully all that stuff makes sense. As we progress, because the approach to practicing is going to be the same, the videos will happen a bit quicker. But that's the general idea we want to do. So yeah, work it up from 60 as fast as you can. After you get to a max speed, decrease the metronome by 10. Start adding in the repeats. So that's that. So yeah, just make sure that you get your videos in before 12 p.m. noon Thursday Mountain Time. So this way I got plenty of time to take care of everything. So if you want to send stuff over on Wednesday, like a week from today, that would be perfect. So this way you got a whole week to work on it, and then I will be able to check out your material and go ahead and record the whole session. When you do your video submission, you don't need to do the repeats in that. All I need to do is see you go from 60 up to your max, and that's all I need. The repetitions are for your benefit So this way you lock in those new speeds, okay? So when you submit your video to me, again, just 60 up to your max for that day. So go ahead, just do a full practice session to simplify it, and then I'll check things out and we'll go from there. So if any questions come up, please let me know, and I will see you in your video.